So to be honest, it's not so easy. It's not always so easy. And one thing I experienced when I started work, a lot of people honestly don't want to talk about their money. And it also affected me because while others in different sector that were building a brand, they were monetizing, they were making money, right? Me, I wasn't, because I was talking about money. So imagine me talking about money and telling you to pay me money to teach you about money. It sounded weird, right? Even me, I couldn't process it then, right? It was only for the big players that knew how to position themselves. And me, I was trying to bridge this gap between the haves and the haves not, right? So when I started, I wasn't positioning myself for people that could afford me, because the people that could afford me will actually even pay higher prices to people that, to the bigger guys, right? To maybe wealth managers and stuff. And me, I wanted to talk to people like myself that were struggling. So how can I even tell them to pay me? So it was quite a bit of a challenge. What I tell people, or what I experienced personally, is I would say for the first 2 to 3 years when I started, I was focused on educating my audience. So, there's this guy I used to follow that on LinkedIn, Oche Writes. It was through him I learned different kinds of customers, right? There is the problem unaware audience. They don't even know they have a money problem. So whatever product you are selling, you have three like different categories of consumers. There is the problem unaware. They don't even know that they have a problem. Then there is the problem aware. They know they have this problem, but they don't even know that they know it is a problem, but they don't know that there is a solution for it, right? Then there is those that know that they have a problem, there is a solution for it, but they are contemplating if they want to pay for it. Me, my audience were on the first category, so you should imagine how difficult it was for me. My own was the problem unaware audience. Those were the people that I was that were my target audience. You can imagine. So I spent the first few months or even years, at least 2 years of my journey, educating my audience, making them realize that it was a problem. It was a problem that had a solution, and it was also a problem worth paying money for. So I was dealing with a problem unaware audience, and what I did was I didn't pressure myself into monetizing, into doing a business. I learned on the way, to be honest. At first, I didn't understand all of these peculiarities about my industry, but I learned over the time, right? So what I did was I educated them. I made them realize that I am somebody they go have this conversation with. When they think about money, they should think about AFSAT, right? That was what I did. I positioned myself. It now became, I would say, I was part of those that brought down the, what would they call it, the barriers to having conversation like this, right? I draw down the curtain. I don't know if that is the proper way to frame it, but I break down the walls, yes, to having conversations like this, because I kept saying it every day. And I was saying my own journey. So it wasn't like I was telling them, do this. I was saying, this is what I did. This is what I suffered. This is what I did. This is how I think you should do this. This is how I navigated this. So I brought it to relatable terms, the way they can relate to it. Many people are broke like me. So I need to share what I am doing, because I told you that I am broke, but I moved from Kano to Lagos, from Lagos to Morocco. From Morocco, I came back to start a business. You'll be like, but you say you are broke. So I need to prove to them that, yes, I am broke. I am still very much broke like you, but I did this and it is working. So please do it as well. So I didn't come as a teacher. I came as maybe a colleague, a friend that is suffering like them. I came like somebody that was sharing the same dreams like them, the same challenges like them, right? So that was how I was able to break the walls. I made a post 2 days ago on my story. I was saying that I to be honest, I know I've been building, but I didn't know people were going to trust me like this, because during Ramadan I made a lot of sales. Right now things have slowed down a bit again, but last month I will not forget, like it was like a miracle for me last month, right? And I was making a video that thank you for trusting me, because I didn't realize that what I was doing was building trust. When people came to my page, they saw that I have showed up for like how many years. They trusted me immediately. They saw my face, they saw my brand, they saw my videos that were blurry like their own. They saw that this is somebody I could relate with, and they were booking sessions with me. The same me that I was doing free session, people will not attend the session. Now I've put a price on my session and people show up. to the point that I had a client that was telling me that I should review my prices upward. It is still too affordable. That was what a client was telling me, right? But 2 years before, I put 3K. People did not pay 3,000 to have a session with me. As of right now, I currently do maybe a session for like 30K. People pay. And I still want to review it because I know that I'm still even it's still too affordable for what I was offering, right? So it's a journey, but I focus on educating my audience, and while educating them, I was building credibility. I became somebody that they could easily, if I'm chatting with somebody on Instagram now, I don't need to mince my word. I will just ask them outrightly, how much do you earn? They will tell me because I've built that credibility. So yes, it has been a very helpful journey so far.